Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl, Andrea Griffin-Rogers here with another one-two quick punch of a word that God gave me, and it's adapt. Adapt. You have to be willing to adapt. Life is not going to go according to your plan. Life is not going to go according to your little black book or your agenda or your Palm Pilot or your calendar schedule, whatever. Life is not going to always go according to your plan. And you must be willing to adapt and go with the flow. And even in going with the flow, when things go awry, because they will, when things mess up, because they will, when people don't do things where you want them to do it because they're them and you're you, and you cannot expect you from other people, be willing to go with the flow. And if you get frustrated, if you get flustered, if you get irritated, if you get bummed out by things not going your way, then okay, be willing to take a step back and go. And I always say pray. Pray to the Father because He is the best person to vent your frustrations to. And as you vent, He takes out the negativity and He pours back into you, filters into you the positivity that you need. And then if you, in the midst of that mess, lashed out at somebody because you were frustrated or you were irritated or things weren't going your way and you wanted it to go your way, be willing to get it right and apologize. Quick story, and then I'm out. I had to learn this lesson real quick today because today didn't go according to my plan. It didn't go according to my usual morning routine. And I had to adapt and go with the flow. And then in the midst of me having to adapt, I, got to I would say the end of my early morning, because the morning is still, here. And I encountered people who were very difficult. And I had a decision to make. Do I continue to be trying to fight what's not working? Do I lash out at them? Or do I adapt with the flow? Now, I would love to say that I adapted with the flow. At first, I didn't. Okay. I had a human moment because I had dealt with several difficult people. And so when I got to the fourth person, I was like, okay, baby, I'm done. Okay. And the fourth person trying to take another run around, I'm done. So I, in that moment, kind of, vented my frustrations to that person instead of going to God in that moment. And when they walked away to try to, fix the problem, I had then vented to God. And I was like, God, you know what? That I should have did this first. I should have came to you first before I did that with them. And I kept hearing God say, adapt, adapt, adapt. And I was wondering, God, why you keep saying adapt? And it's because you're fighting right now what you cannot control. I need you to just adapt and go with the flow. And so, long story short, I adapted. I went with the flow. And in the end, I also had to go apologize to the person who I lashed out at because it wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. They didn't know, which is why they were trying to pass me off to the fourth person, or rather the fifth person, because they didn't know. And so it's like, okay, you know what? But still, you didn't deserve the way I talked to you and the way I treated you. So let me apologize because you are still God's child. And thank you for trying to fix the problem. I couldn't see how you were trying to fix the problem, but now I see the problem got resolved. So I thank you for fixing the problem. So we got to be willing to adapt, y'all. It doesn't matter what day it is, what time it is, what's happening in your life, what's going on in the moment. When you understand that you do not have control and that control belongs to God and control is an illusion, then you are more willing and prone to be able to adapt and go with the flow. And so that's my message out there for people that's like me, what they would say, like those type A people, the people that are number ones on the Enneagram, that like to control everything and fix everything and resolve everything. And you want to just be busy bee, or Martha, as they would call you in the Bible. Worry about all the details. We have to be willing to take a step back, pause, and be willing to adapt, to go with the flow and recognize that we can't control everything, but God is in control. And while things may not be going according to our own plan, there is a plan. It's just with God and not with us. So may Lord bless you and keep you, cause His face shine upon you. May Lord God be gracious to you, show you His favor, and give you shalom, give you His peace. Take care. Love you guys. Adapt, and bye now.